back so long, I'm trying to get turned. Searching my name, dog, that's how you get hurt. Being likable, I'm trying to be unbreakable. I just realized that this whole game is takeable if I want it. And I do, yes, I want it. I don't care how you feel about it, I do what I want to. I used to look up to the people that I'm moving in front of. It's not that crazy anymore, my city used to it come up. Bryce and Jack G, James is up next. The rest is up to me, these lames is upset. My peers get upstage, the fans are obsessed. My city is upcoming, these people are oppressed. And I'm gonna change things. I'm up at Carmichael's trying to get...
From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Superdome in New Orleans. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the New Orleans Saints. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Ready? 70 Lions. Ready?
They'll start on the ground here on first down. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did. I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, did a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4.
Go, Riggs, go! Go!
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. You look at this Cowboy defense. This crew against the pass, it's been a real struggle. Second from the bottom in the NFL, number 31.
Theories abound. People have opinions. But too often for this team this season, it's been the big play that's done them in.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
70 Timberwolves. Third.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies. and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football, they're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There was absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And his throw is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Herbert. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that throw. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. You look at this Cowboy defense. They've been pretty much a mess against the pass, number 31 in the league.
They absolutely have to avoid the penalties, have to walk that line between being aggressive and the ones that get you in trouble. The illegal contact.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Herbert's throw complete to McBride. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. This defense for the Saints, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
This will be caught at Samuel. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Smith. Touchdown, Cowboys. Devontae Smith. His first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Nick Folk for the point after. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either, and it's 7-0. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. Oh, some strong running. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 7.
Cut 19. Cut Dragon 60. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're not doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. And here's Ryan Wright now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. On 2nd down, here's Herbert. He's got Smith here. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. Yeah, this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Here's Jack Fox now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, he's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Complete. Jefferson the target. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. The Saints on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 2. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Cowboys are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. And he's taken down here by the Saints. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop with the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He's got his tight end McBride on the out route. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Herbert. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. And the Saints are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they have that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you've got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
A lot of incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This will be taken at the 10. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. That's Samuel, caught left side. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On 3rd down, here's Taylor. A solid stiff arm. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Herbert. He's going deep for Brown. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
From the gun, it's Taylor. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. He's going deep for Brown. And he's got it inside the 10. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. He's going to be brought down there in the field of play, and the clock will run. No timeouts. They will not have the chance to bring out the field goal unit. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. He had his lone attempt blocked earlier. Folks' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. $10-0 is our score as we get started again on EA Sports. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here. That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced. Either throw it or run it and try and win this ball game. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense.
offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 40 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
Herbert on 3rd down now. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the 3rd quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their 1st drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time, it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I guarantee you, they didn't draw that play up on the whiteboard at halftime. They're fortunate to retain possession.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Back to throw here, Herbert. He's going deep for Brown. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Now comes the Cowboys punter, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the 1st half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points. Well, they still have time to get them established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Mike Edwards picks it off. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Herbert now. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And the Saints are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. So that, Charles, maybe the play that this defense has been looking for.
They've hung in there, and if they lose this game, it won't be from a lack of effort on their part. The key question is, can the offense finally do something? Because we're into the 3rd quarter, and a 0 is still glowing on the scoreboard.
And, boy, this defense, again, really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Put a man in motion left, Ridley. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick six is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
Folk connects on the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third. From the 21, here's 2nd and 5. He'll look to throw. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Back to throw here. And this one is incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Glad to be in the great city of New Orleans, rolling along here in the third quarter, 2nd and 10. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, New Orleans. Justin Jefferson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. And it's 17-7. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 64 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Back to Taylor on first down. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Herbert on first down now. It's caught. Smith. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 4.
Let's go.
Here's Herbert. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Powers ahead at the 45. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. 2-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got them this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Jalen Thompson picks it. And the Cowboys are right back in this football game. And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Let's go.
Second and 14. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
It's a gain of a yard.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Cowboys' defense is going to get them the football back. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? The advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, were they about 95% chance of winning?
Oh, yeah, I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
Yeah, and knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
Pass to the right, and he's got McBride. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. That's on the guard, Alex Kappa. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Here's Herbert. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards.
He's had success running the football, and this is more or less an extension of that because they drop it off to him on the screen. And I'll bet he's thinking to himself, if I didn't have to slow up a bit here in traffic, I could have really made something out of that one.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt, and that will come the offense as they take over. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on first down. Now they'll audible to something else. Now before the punt, some movement. And I think they may be kicking from further back. Penalties not what they needed here. 1st and 15. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Cowboys are going to have it here just past the 25. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there, and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
89 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And he will have a Cowboys first down, and that should be that. It's a gain of 6, and that ought to just about do it. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point in the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys.